All right, welcome back to round two.
Got to fix the time. Round two it is. We got Matt Wise on
Do we
some
need to let them
robot
know that they're
stuff
good to go, or do they know?
of some kind.
Yeah, Matt's on some robots. It's playing with that new artifact, John, that you can exile creatures from graveyards, and then all your stuff that.
Yeah, Agatha's Soul Cauldron.
Yeah. So
Whenever you guys are ready.
let's get this underway, and I'll just throw the card up there so you guys can read it.
It has been seeing a lot of play. It's just automatically went into several decks in the meta. Does a lot of work. Very powerful card.
Okay, Cauldron.
Yeah, get that U in there. It knew. The program knew.
There we go. Well,
There it is.
so, how do you think this strategy lines up against a bunch of rhinos?
This might be a little too dirtly. Just a little too dirtly.
I'm not a huge fan of the idea of putting 4 legendary 2-mana artifacts that doesn't really do anything into your deck.
So
I can see playing 3 of these. 4 seems extreme.
the good thing about these kind of strategies now is that there's enough, just like the quantity of power in artifact cards that you can put in a deck really like translates really well. So he has a lot of the powerful artifact cards just in the deck, and I think that will smooth out a lot of the like
The fact that he could draw just all 4 copies of this.
And because like with enough exile effects in the format, like you don't hate extra copies, putting them in the graveyard and then having one removed from the battlefield. Like,
well, Tom's not going to remove any of these.
No,
so
he's not. In this kind of a situation, that comes into play quite a bit.
I just don't think that it should be a 4 of. I think a 3 of is fine. I think he's going a little.
I would have to look at his card selection to know if that's true or not. Just because, like, if you have real card selection, which in artifact decks you should, if you have good card selection, I would agree that a 3 of would be the
I don't think he has
amount.
Really selection. I mean,
or card advantage versus selection.
He doesn't really have that either. I mean,
so if he doesn't have that, then
the only thing he has that's really card advantage works with that, and it's the well, obviously, being able to like get the abilities, but he has
Emery.
Emery is the one payoff that he has that really pays him off.
So without good card advantage / selection, I think you need 4 copies, but I think the appropriate way to build anything is with more card advantage / selection. So it should be a 3 of, and he plays more ways to find it, is the way that I build.
One of those cups so we can splitting
I'll go
those.
grab
it. Actually, John, hey, one of those is actually 2 cans of the same, so we can just start with those.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure anyway. I didn't look that hard at them. I had somebody pick them up for me.
But yeah, so I for legendary stuff, I always definitely lean towards 3 as the count for me, but that requires an actual amount of card advantage selection.
Yeah. Here, I guess he's kind of trying to build a whole deck around it, which
it's
appropriate. It just seems a little extreme to me.
No, I think well, I mean, with artifacts, you have all the card advantage / selection you could ever want anyway, so it shouldn't be that hard to accomplish.
Rhino's coming down already.
They do that on turn 3.
The good news for Matt is the fact that he's so heavy on artifacts that any constructs that he makes, are just going to be really hard to deal with for Tom.
And that's what I was saying earlier. I think the strategy is bolstered by the fact that like there's just a pile of good cards that you can pair it with that will carry you an amount of the way anyway. So like artifacts have just piles of awesome cards that you can play that'll help you get there while doing some kind of wonky, interesting strategy.
Right now, though, he needs to start getting some artifacts on the battlefield.
Yeah, right now it doesn't look good. And this is where, this is a showcase of the dirtiness of his deck is definitely at a disadvantage against free 4/4 tramplers.
Yeah, and I'm there in my old age, John. Like I'm starting to like creep a little away from control, more into like mid range, because I think that like you have to play to the board these days. Like
you do.
If you're just like
do.
like I used to love the challenge of like I've just got a bunch of spells and some draw spells and I'll win the game with
the
my
card
land
value
at the end
is
of the
too
day.
good now.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I like being a little proactive. I don't think you need a lot. I think you can just play a handful of creatures.
Yeah. No, I've always and you know me, I've always been a proponent of mid-range stuff. A lot of my decks are like how they've always been mid-range. Just get some good board because board is real. Board is real.
All right, 0-drop artifact. That's a good one.
That's
here's another thing.
him.
This is another legend that
but
he's probably playing a 4 of.
Yeah, but that makes sense as a 4 of with Emery. Like if you're
right now, it doesn't make sense because it doesn't tap for anything.
No, but it does make a 4/4 construct.
That is a thing.
And now it's a 3/3 construct because I assume he's deading the Ornithopter. Or he's bouncing.
Okay, so he's saying
he's saying
you make that, and then after you make it,
you take a shit ton of damage. Oh. All right, well he's in bad shape now. He's pretty much dead.
Yeah, so he just bounced the
token he made.
Yeah.
Good old dead and gone, man. Good old dead and gone.
I think that you definitely make a dude here.
Yeah.
I mean, you make a dude, you go get an artifact, and all of a sudden you got a 5/5. It's holding back 6 of the damage. Next turn you can suit up. He
just wants to be more like he wants to be more proactive, and he kind of needs to be. Like it's not going to be exactly enough. Because there's that 2/2 flow.
Yeah, this is the right play. I mean, there's nothing else. Like
I agree.
Anything else is kind of a losing line. I mean,
I agree it's the right play. I just think he's losing.
He is losing, but like I don't think he's winning by not doing this.
No, I agree with you, but I think he's just losing.
This means that like if Tom doesn't have a way to deal with this token, Tom can't like win this turn. And if he gets to untap with this token, I think he's in a kind of a good spot.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom did burn his interaction for a token of that size.
Does he have a land drop? He does have a land drop. Gemstone. Okay. This thing's huge now.
Yeah. It does put Tom in a precarious situation. He needs some interaction.
See
here.
If
he has interaction.
If he has like Brazen Bar, or
if he has a Brazen.
Well, Fury's going to do a pretty good job. Actually, it can mop up the 2 Ornithopters and make this thing a 4/4.
Yeah.
That'll pretty much.
I think he should. Oh,
he's not. He's just.
Does he not have another red card?
This is weird. Oh, does he not? He does not.
Ugh.
That's awkward.
Yeah, that is awkward.
Okay. And this is exactly the blocks that I thought here. Just, I'll take 6. I go to 1. This survives. I get to equip it next turn and get some life gain on.
Now, does he have any interaction for the creature on next turn? I don't think he does either.
For
Tom's side. Does he have any interaction with this equipped Shadow Spear construct? Because if he doesn't, this is going to be a huge swing.
Right. Was there okay. He blocked with an Ornithopter as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of going to 1, he goes to 3. His dude is a little smaller, but it's still big enough to...
Oh, it's still big enough for sure.
Yeah, to keep that Rhino hedged. Okay. Can I interest you in a Walking Ballista or 2?
When he's got a Spellskite in hand, I think that's a better thing to get down because that freely blocks the Sleeper Agent. Spellskite looks good here. And it can eat up any interaction that Tom may have to help push this damage through.
So you just like Spellskite and then equip?
I like Spellskite, yeah. Spellskite and equip. I think that makes the most sense.
Boy, this Mox looks fucking atrocious, man.
It does. It does. I've never been a huge fan of that card. Unless you're like 100... The card's actually really powerful if you are 100% dedicated to the text on the card. If you're playing a legendary deck, which is actually really easy to do nowadays, the card can look really good. But like, it just pairing with Emery which is what it usually does. That's pretty much the only use
Yeah,
this
no,
card
like
has.
Mishra's Bobble would be a better card right now.
Yeah.
And would have
Yeah.
been this entire game.
Yeah. Now, you have to. The only way that Mox Amber is playable in my mind in a constructed format like Modern is if you are all in on the Legendary Clause, and it can make good decks. It can help decks be good. But this, it's just there for Emery infinite mana stuff. And you know how I feel about infinite things anyway, so.
Okay, so little interaction here. He's going to try to subtlety this thing, and it's going to go to the bottom.
That's something.
You know that what's turned me around on subtlety, John, is that I think the rate that it gets...
So equip to Ornithopter.
The rate... No, he's just going to attack. He's going to get his life back. He's racing. Now, anyway, the thing that turned me around on subtlety is that I think the rate that your opponent puts it on the bottom is significantly high. Like, I think it goes on the bottom a lot.
It should. It should most of the time. It has to be a really impactful card to go back on top. If people put cards on the top, a lot of the time people putting things on top is just, it's not right.
I played in Vintage Cube earlier, like, I put one, like, somebody subtletied me, and I put it on bottom, and it felt bad because it was, like, the best card in my deck.
Yeah.
It was just like, if I play that again next turn, I'm missing a land drop, and I hate the idea of missing a land drop.
All right. That Fire Ice is really clutch here. Matt was pretty much in just, like, super safe mode. That Fire Ice changes the dynamic quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, let's see what he might have.
I think he's dead. Oh, no, he's got a couple Walking Ballista Choppers.
Yeah. But that thing has trample. That Rhino tramples.
Oh, it does. Okay, so...
Oof. Okay, he's dead. He's dead.
He is in fact dead.
He's dead.
Man, subtlety's just popping off here.
Yeah, no, this is the best we've ever seen subtlety be, I think. You have... Yeah, you're dead. There's just... You're dead. You jumped the 2/2 and you died of the 4 trample damage. Yeah, you were dead. There's nothing here. Okay. There we go.
All right, so Fire Ice and Subtlety looking pretty good in this Rhinos deck.
I had a feeling that Matt's deck would be just a little bit too dirtily to be able to stand up to the egregious fucking pressure that is Rhinos. So.
All right, redundant C. Sherbet inspired sour with peach, apricot, banana puree, vanilla, and milk sugar.
That sounds dope as fuck.
Yeah. Ajaka was up there for his birthday, and he's like, "Hey, I'm up here. You need anything?" I'm like, "Anything with any sour with banana in it is what I want."
Are they open like during the day?
What?
Transient?
Yeah. Probably. You can check their hours.
So yeah, I got time coming.
Take that long.
Time off coming up.
You could also just do it on like a Sunday, like.
Yeah, well, I got 2 days off. The weekend of the invitation, I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off. So
there's like a little like dinery thing across the street. So if you go up with the family or whatever, you can go to the diner and just sneak across the street. Dude, they have so many sours and cans there. It's like they'll usually have like 1 or 2 on tap, but then they'll have like another 20 in cans. Yeah. Oh my god, this is amazing.
So Matt does play Mishra's Bobble also, and we can see it there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up there while the kids are in school.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, you got time off.
Yeah.
I feel like I should stop showing this Agatha's Soul Cauldron until it makes itself worthy.
see where this goes. Matt Wise seems satisfied. Did you catch what Matt did there for his sideboarding?
I did not catch anything, and honestly, I didn't even try. It was just a total failure all around.
It's okay. Yeah. We'll figure it out. And Cam. So it looks like he's cutting those, I think. Yes. Those seem acceptable to cut, and he is bringing in...
His opponent might be gone. His opponent is on pregnancy watch.
Yeah.
So
right.
His opponent could just disappear at any time.
That's
although
real
he hasn't
shit.
been drinking heavily, so...
Official Mosh, what is this weird symbol you sent us mean? I don't know. Don't send old men emojis.
Is it a monkey?
We don't know. We don't know what this is.
Is it a tombstone?
It looks like a tombstone.
Is it a ghost? It might be a ghost. It looks like a ghost.
I don't know.
Like a Pac-Man ghost?
Say words, fucker. We don't know what these things mean.
Maybe because Thomas ghosted the stream.
All right. I do like what Matt cut. I think those are appropriate cuts. See what's going on in this next game. Now I'm excited to have some time off because I think I'm going to just draw. I got all kinds of work to do. I got a sexy zombie token to make because every token I make has to be sexy in some way. Sorry, wizards. That's what I do. One thing I realized I needed to remake. I fuck with your symbols. Official Mosh. Jesus Christ. Was a Thopter? And it's like, how can I make a Thopter sexy? I probably
Sexy robot chick.
putting a robot chick on it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. A sexy robot chick riding a Thopter. Again, 2 tokens in 1. It's next level shit. All right.
Do a little tip of the hat to Ex Machina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cyborg chick.
Yeah.
AI.
I can't wait to have an AI buddy. It's going to be great. It's going to happen when I'm
It'd be cool. It'd just be like a sexy chick holding like a little like handheld self-propelled like like just
right.
like a little
yeah, like an umbrella. That's
like an umbrella.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
A sexy ass robot chick.
Have her like hovering above the thing or something.
Hovering with an umbrella Thopter.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh my god, yes. Perfect. Perfect. All right.
We should start a business where like I come up with ideas and then you draw them.
Yeah, that's great. That's gonna be fucking fire.
Oh yeah, I can picture it. It's sexy.
Yeah.
It's sexy as hell.
Yeah, and let me do it'll let me do a cool pose or two I haven't done yet. So I'm trying to like do
and the perspective too. You can like
be like from below up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking sweet.
It should be like pointing down at you or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope, dude. So I gotta wrap up the zombie.
I think that this AI chick should be like AI dominatrix. I think is the vibe you should go for. Yes.
It's gonna be so good. I've got. That's the thing. That's one thing.
Sleeve up some fucking hangerback walkers or something.
Dude, Thopters are real. I miss playing hangerback, man. Actually, that was a fun ass card. Where's Tom?
Well, he was here. He was gone.
He's gone.
He might have a baby situation.
Might have a baby. May have had a baby. Oh, there he is. See his hat. He's back. Now we can continue. Time extension? Dude, it's a FNM with like exactly enough people to fire, so we're not worrying about that. You guys cut our numbers. Official Mosh. So we're working with what we got. Our judge is gone. He's an indie. Well, I mean, one of our 2 judges. We're operating at half judge capacity here. All right, he's back.
Okay. Well, John, that was a little bit of a situation.
Ban this Monday?
He was gonna try to get a tattoo, but your employee was like, no, you've been drinking.
Oh. That's not, like, real.
That's what I said, but, like, she scolded me for saying that, so.
Yeah, she's new. So, I mean, it's like, so if a person, so the only real reason a tattooer shouldn't want to tattoo somebody that's been drinking is if they are drunk.
Mm.
A person drinking does not mean they're going to bleed more. Just so everybody in the universe knows that. That's
well,
fucking
it doesn't help
nonsense.
that Tom's over there. It's a good call. I bleed a lot when I drink.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Jesus. Yeah, that's not true. That's not true. You're not gonna bleed more because you've drank some beers. Trust me. Like, that's just not real. That's just not real.
I drink every time I get tattooed, and that's a lot of pinpricks. I would have bled out by now, John.
No. So where that comes from is from dirtbag house biker tattooers at dirtbag house biker tattoo parties when they tear people apart because they're dirtbag house biker tattooers that don't know what they're doing, and then they say, "Oh, you're bleeding a lot because you drank a bunch of beer." No, they're bleeding a lot because you're a fucking incompetent rube that doesn't know what you're doing. That's where that comes from, and it's not true. You don't bleed more because you drank some beers. That's fucking stupid. But, you know, if she's uncomfortable...
You're clearly a guy who's not been drunk a lot because it's very easy to make decisions when you're drunk.
It is. We make decisions all the time.
Your ability to make decisions is not impaired at all.
All right, anyway, there's magic happening.
Your ability to make good decisions might be impaired.
That is that's what we're really talking about here.
He wasn't impaired when he decided he wanted the tattoo, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not like he's not gonna like a tattoo of a dick on his forehead or anything. So like,
all my shit's solid.
Some Halloween-y stuff.
I make a decision just like gold. Fucking perfect. Knew it.
Yeah. If not, we're gonna live with it.
Never question. Clearly, I'm just good at this.
Turn one spring leaf with nothing else. That always feels kind of subpar if you're doing this kind of a deck.
I think this deck should be called Non-Finity.
Non-Finity? I mean, there's a lot of non-things happening here.
Yeah,
right
there's okay.
Not even sticking the ledger shredder?
You're just doing draw go stuff, huh? With a bunch of sorcery speed
What is he holding up?
He's got that counter spell.
Oh, okay. He's not casting anything this turn. Why are you worried about holding anything up?
He is going to the 3 mana turn. So if
no, he's going to Tom's 2 mana turn.
Tom just fetched into turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's
all right,
he's ready to counter a Rhino.
Heads up on the mat.
It's just the only thing is he's gonna have to play this game now.
But Tom's got, Force Negation doesn't really do that much here. Dead Gone. Does he have a Cascader? Don't even think he has a Cascader. See? Wasted turn. Waste of a fucking turn.
Yeah, but the thing is you don't know.
I know. He made the right decision. He made the right decision. Does he?
Yeah,
I can never tell anymore.
Yeah, honestly, the funny thing is he didn't even need the counter spell. All he had to do was not play anything.
Yeah. Matt made the appropriate decision.
Ugh.
All right, so he's committed to casting something.
I don't like the multiple caverns. The multiple caverns is no bueno.
Yeah, it should be a one of.
Well, now he doesn't even have.
Tom is playing multiple caverns as well.
He's found a way to not leave up the mana now.
Yeah, and now he's gonna get got.
Yeah. He had a good idea. Now he's fucked.
Well, so he's not fucked. Because
what's really weird here is he's pitching. He could have just hard casted this. Is there any reason to not hard cast the first one?
What? Oh, no. There's not.
There's not. He's got 3 mana up and he just pitched.
There's not a reason for that. No. When Matt spent all his resources on it, no, there's no reason for that. Not really.
I mean, not that it really matters.
It doesn't matter, but I mean, it does matter. God damn it, it does matter for the sake of it. It does matter. You didn't need to. Matt made the right decision in not casting that spell when he chose not to cast it, but now he's like, eh.
Well, the good news is he was in a terrible position, and he's got his opponent thinking to the point that he did not make Rhinos.
So what's good is that this Ledger Shredder...
It could be that I'm just wrong. Maybe he doesn't have a Rhino Maker. Maybe that card is something else.
I don't think he does.
I don't know what that card
No,
is. The card that's in the front of his hand right now. I don't know what that is.
That's a Flames of Venor.
Oh, the wizard thing? That's a weird thing to have.
That is what that is.
That is a very weird card to have in this deck. Does it even play wizards?
No, but it's a modal spell that's 3 mana.
Okay. I guess it is looking for 3 mana spells.
Yeah. So this Ledger Shredder is going to actually be pretty good because it's going to get way out of reach of Tom. Like, he's going to be able to gone it, but he's not going to be able to kill it.
Yeah, and I think he's going for the gone right now. I think that's what he's saying. Just bounce this motherfucker.
And then he'll recast it. And that's...
he will next turn.
No, he can cast it this turn.
He's not going to. He's going to hold up Counterspell this turn.
Yeah, that's true. But that's still fine.
Yeah.
Like, worst case scenario, you just take one. Probably just going to take one. That's what I would do. Nope, he's going to try to murder it with the Flames of Venor.
He's going to draw cards.
No, he's just drawing cards. He's not murdering shit. It's the meta.
He still doesn't have anything going on here, huh?
Apparently this is the meta, which I would assume that anything that anybody's playing here is the meta. But I don't pay any attention to the meta, so I'm always like slightly behind.
Okay, you guys are getting a little too nerdy on this whole thing. So far, we've seen no fucking wizards, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, well, sometimes they're on the blah, blah, blah.
It's the meta. They clearly, some guy on the internet did it this way, so they must do it this way.
Well, technically. Don't Martin me, goddammit.
All right.
Oh,
that's gonna murderize this fucking Ledger
that's
Shredder.
gonna get countered.
Should.
I mean, he didn't really have a choice, right?
Yeah, he really needs to.
This is I just expect this card to be in every Matt deck.
It's really a solid counter spell.
This artifact mana leak, he plays it in like every deck.
Dude,
so.
It's good in the decks that it goes
No,
in.
I'm not talking shit.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying
good. It should be. It's actually probably underplayed, really.
He's a little fucked now because he doesn't like have any protection. Like he's...
Yeah, he's just kind of pants down here.
Build a cryptic. You can just play cryptic. It's fine.
Let's get the Ledger Shredder past a 1/3.
Dude, if I play Mutavault, I can activate Mutavault to itself. And then with my other 3 mana, I have a cryptic command. Just put a fucking cryptic command in your deck. Your mana's better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Build a cryptic. Okay. I guess flexibility of having a 3 mana do one thing.
I think that card is fucking cool.
There's nothing I hate more in Magic, John, than a 3 mana 1/1. I feel like my opponent's stealing from me if I get a 3 mana 1/1.
Yeah, 1/1 should be 1 or 2 mana. I agree with that.
Even if it's a 4-drop, if you play a 4-drop and I 3 mana 1/1 you, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
What life are we living here?
All right. Let's see if we can get a gander at Matt's hand here. What little of a hand he has.
I can counter Omnath.
What the fuck? Oh, that's the thing from Mom. That's a transform chick. And that's one you put on the bottom, for sure.
He is much more into card disadvantage than I've ever been in my lifetime.
Yeah. You get a Ledger Shredder, and it's going to get a counter.
Boom. Ah, God, I love that fucking card, John.
Dude, I know.
love that card.
Shredder?
Oh, I love it.
I know.
It's one of my favorite creatures.
I regret so much getting rid of my copies of it because
it's not like super expensive, is it?
No, it's not. It's expensive. It's probably like $5.
No, I'm a huge fan of the card.
It's a really good card. It's the best card out of that set. Probably hands down. outside of nonsense commander considerations, but I don't make those considerations, so. My Cryptic can't kill Omnath. That's true enough, Jerry.
It deserves, yeah, it can. It kills it before it hits the battlefield.
It aborts Omnath.
Yeah. It does. It does.
That's what blue magic does. It aborts things.
Yeah.
Nope. You thought you were going to, like, form this creature.
That'd be a cool card. They should do that. Abortion.
There is abort as a card, but they could, like, go, like, super heavy-handed with it and be just abortion.
Make it a blue card and just be like a...
1 mana, 1 blue mana, counter target creature spell.
Ooh. I think it'd be like a cancel for creatures, but it like takes all of them out of your deck.
Right. Yeah.
Like search your hand, graveyard, and library, and yeah.
That's actually okay. Like that's specific enough that it
I wouldn't. I don't think it's playable, but
no,
I mean,
but it'd be a good sideboard card.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
so
this Shredder's doing some work.
Did he just trigger Fury or trigger Ledger Shredder and make Fury not enough to kill it? Is that what happened?
He may have.
Fuck, I want to back that up. What happened? We were too busy talking about abortion. So many times we've seen Ledger Shredder win games with like I don't know if the deck is good or not, but like Ledger Shredder just by itself is a good enough card. It can just do it. Okay. All right, Rhinos on the way. As of now, I mean, Matt has a good blocker for the Rhinos, but like he's also in a spot where he's not looking to block. Like
no, he's trying to round this out.
Yeah, I mean, his opponent's at 6. He's thinking, I'm turning this thing sideways.
2 more times, get this done.
Yep, and
he's got chumps to do some duty here.
He's winning the race. This force negation is not going to be good enough. Like, I mean, he needs to draw something next turn or he's dead. We're going to game 3. And Matt's in a spot where he can just kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, my God, how about this, man? Like, he's got no artifacts in play right now. Like, he's going to make a 1/1 with this thing if he were to... And he's not making it. Okay, second Ledger Shredder.
That's all right. He can take 1 hit from Rhinos for sure. He can take 8.
Now Tom's in a weird spot where if he casts 2 spells this turn, he's also dead.
Yeah. He just decides he's dead. He's decided that this is done with. All right.
Ledger Shredder is a good card. I am a fan. I'm a fan of 2 mana fucking 4/6s that give you selection. And that's what it is.
Check this thing out. Let me just put that up in our front yard.
Nice. I still like your alien. That's good. That is good.
It's like fucking 8-foot goddamn scarecrow monster.
Oh my God. I don't know what we're gonna do because it's like late night, but I brought a...
Oh. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Figure it out.
We could play Vintage. We have a free draft with your account because we kicked ass that last time.
Yep. All right.
Grab some shit.
1-1.
I want to do another like mid-rangey deck like we did. Like we fucking destroyed with that thing.
Mid-range is fun. It's super fun.
I like red in the cube right now. I'm huge. Like I like the dragon. Like drafting dragons is just a way to win. Like you're drafting if you like gonna enter a Moto cube, just draft dragons.
Right.
You'll fucking win. You'll just
big
murder
dummies.
People with dragons.
Big dummies.
And like fast mana dragons.
Dude, that's the thing that is the fast mana is what like that's the most powerful thing you can do in Magic is fast mana, and that's why it's my least favorite thing to do because it's like the easiest thing to do when it's available. In a cube, it's harder because
it is
like
harder.
it has to
have one piece, and so you're in up with these mulligan decisions where you just look at this thing and say, okay, I don't have to play till turn 3. that's a mulligan. You know, like
in limited, it
it's
makes
like,
sense
you gotta think
because it
about
has
like,
to line up. But like the formats where fast mana is just free, like Commander and Vintage and shit like that, like those are not my formats because I don't want it to be free to everybody. Like if you have to like make decisions and you get there based on the limited things you have,
what's
that's
this?
the only way it's fair.
Tell me about the Urza Saga Thespian stage thing.
Oh, if you copy Urza Saga with Thespian stage, and then on the last trigger, you copy another land.
yeah,
It just keeps the
Yeah.
things, and so you can keep making dudes.
yeah.
Like,
I've seen that before.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sweet,
pretty
dude.
silly.
He was watching Judge stuff the other day, and like found that out. And I'm like, dude, I want to just build a deck for that. That sounds fucking awesome. Just keep pooping out fucking constructs. All right. So Matt looks like he might have. Does he have land? What lands does he have? Because he might have the hand that he actually like is the hand he wants. He's got Emery. He's got Ledger Shredder. He's got Skite. But Emery's bad without low drop artifacts, so that's not great either. He's got the right lands.
So Tom's on a mulligan to 6, and he kept 2 force negations. I don't love that.
No, I don't love that. Not against this deck. That's not what you're really trying to fight.
If I'm mulligan and I'm a force negation deck, I normally put back the force negation because you're already light on resources. So
yeah,
the idea that like, oh, I'll just pitch one to the other, like that's not really where you want to be.
well, the force has to be relevant in the match.
You're already down a card. You don't want to put yourself down another
This
card.
is not the match.
It's not a force match.
This is not a force match. That's the big thing.
It should
not
probably be out of the deck.
There are a couple of things that you can catch, but the real things...
It's a subtlety match.
Oh, it's a subtlety match for sure.
Like,
Because
we've
all
seen
the
that.
things
We've
that
seen
matter.
subtlety be good.
All right. You kill... Oh, you can't because you didn't play it. So you save that for Emery.
Yeah, this is... we are 1-1 now, right?
Yeah, 1-1.
This
So
is
save
a
that
really
dead-
bad start for Tom. Like, he
Save
does
that
have
dead
Rhinos in
non.
a few turns, but, like, outside of that, the prospects are not great.
He does have a Steam Bench, right? Yeah, he does.
I
pretty
can't,
su-
dude,
I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure
tell what
that's the
those
Steam
fucking
Vents.
lands are. I hate BFZ lands the most.
I hate all of Magic artwork right now because there's like 8 artworks for everything, so it's impossible for us to fucking tell anything. So, thanks, Wizards.
The value. Oh god. Okay, I just came in my short soul. It's fine.
Yeah, the value is real.
It is real.
This chick he just played is fucking a cool card too. It's a stomping ground. Okay, thank you. It is a stomping ground.
You're too young to be a certified judge. Do something good with your time. Like, get on camera and actually win when you're on camera. That'd be a better thing to do with your time.
He's getting there.
Judging is for old people like me that like are too old to play
Apparently
cards.
it's not, because all the judges that we ever see are just a bunch of fucking young people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. There are people that couldn't hack it as Magic players.
There is a call for like actual.
I think that's a solid plan.
That
honestly.
is a solid plan, actually, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You can go fucking hang out with Aaron. He'll show you the ropes there. That motherfucker's a gangster.
All right. Well, he's got the hard cast force in effect here.
See if it matters. Don't think it will.
Also, I would consider a 3-mana 1-for-1, so don't love it. But Matt also didn't have a lot going on.
Bring up this. Oh, that card from the Transform Rona, the one that you played.
Yeah. I didn't play this thing.
Well, you played an uncommon version of her. You played the 4-mana uncommon version of her in a league deck. What is her name?
Might not be an H. I know what you're talking about.
Fuck.
Rona Decide. Nope.
Nope. It's one of her.
Oh, it's the flip one.
Yeah, flip one. There we go.
That's the thing.
Cast a legendary spell on tapper. See the other side.
Oh yeah, if you flip it, it's like kind of stupid, but like it's flipping it and constructed is kind of like not really ever going to happen. I mean, you have to pay 6 mana and then have it not be bounced.
I think she's in his deck for the sake of the Agatha Soul Cauldron thing to just like.
Oh, it makes all of his things able to loot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he gets to untap it. Here's the legendary spell. Proof of concept. All right, well, he does have the things he needs. If Tom does not have interaction here,
and
he's going
once
to be
again,
able to...
the list ledger shredder just putting on so much pressure.
Well, and so Agatha Soul
card
Cauldron.
of the year? I don't know.
Card of the year? I mean, it's just some of the obvious power shit, probably. Nothing seemed to be that much different. Like, it's most of what Magic is just the same decks and archetypes just getting more power, so nothing seems to really stand out in my mind as far as something that's really unique. And
probably the One Ring.
Yeah, I mean, that stands out the most. Jerry says Orcish Bowmasters. That's super applicable as well. Bowmasters stands the fuck out.
I love that card in Vintage Cube. It's one of my favorite Vintage Cube cards.
It's one of the...
I played against a mono green deck with Orcish Bowmaster, killed their mana dork, and they had Sylvan in play, and it's just like they just couldn't activate their Sylvan because I just murder the rest of their board.
Rona doing some looting. So the thing that I love about Bowmasters is I think of the notable cards that have been printed, it's the most fair and the most balanced.
I mean, tell people getting hit by it, they don't think it's very fair.
Yeah, but it still has to it has to line up. Like, not every deck does that. Not every and it's still just incremental. It's still 2 dudes and some damage. Like, it's a very fair card.
Isaiah, I got to cast
Lorien Revealed for sure
on my opponent's instep earlier today. That felt great.
All right, Matt's looking really good here. We're gonna see a Murder the Bird, but that is the second. Is that the second spell cast? Oh, goddamn. Because of the Rhinos? Tom, you walked into it.
Rhinos plus what? Oh.
I think Rhinos, he tried to murder it with the Fires of Manor.
Oh my god, dude. How many times that happens?
A lot. It happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Here's the loot. Here's Shadow Spear. That's the legendary, so it untaps her. That's pretty good. Equip there. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Looks like Tom's fucking dead.
All right, 5 coming in.
Yeah, of course Brainstorm players are bitching about Bowmasters, but like they have Counterspell, so like they can counter it. So whatever. It's fine.
They've got to play the best common for years
without
anything stopping. Like
exactly.
Like, finally, they printed something that punishes you for putting that card in your deck.
And all you have to do is be a fucking witty player at the end of the day to not walk into it, you know? Like, come on, man.
In the Bowmaster deck I had that I was playing earlier, like, I also had V-Click, which is kind of funny because you can you force the trigger.
It is funny. It's funny as hell.
Force the trigger.
All right. So there's that. Matt Wise. Got it with some robotics, some wacky bullshit that he brewed up, and I like it. That does that for this game. It's kind of an instant speed chain in Mistopheles. It's not exactly the same. It's similar. Powerful, nonetheless. Like, I actually think Bowmasters is one of my favorite cards that's been printed because while it is really, really powerful,
it's a good card.
It's really specific. It cannot line up, and it is super fragile. It checks all the boxes of a card. It dives to everything. It's easy to answer. It is really powerful. It's like it's everything, man. It's a very, very balanced card.
Super high pick in Vintage Cube if you're into that. Like obviously, I think you take power first if it's there, but if you don't have any kind of power, or like perfectly acceptable pack one, pick one in Vintage Cube for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because there's less removal in general in Vintage Cube. There's less removal.
The thing is, why I love the card is it's just a great card.
Yeah.
The rate is insane. The rate is insane for a player that knows the game as what it is. But it's still so fucking answerable. I think it's a great card. I think it's one of the better cards they printed in a long time.
Yeah, I don't keep track of the fake cards that they do on Arena. Like that doesn't interest me.
They did nerf it. They did nerf the One Ring, and that's why.
What did they do?
Arena,
like what is it? Not that I give a shit or it's ever gonna.
They made Bowmasters not have an ETB trigger.
Oh, so it's just when they draw the.
Yep.
So it doesn't.
Which
do
is
it. So
fair
it's
enough.
just a 1/1 for 2.
Yeah.
That's not very good.
It's not. It
it's
cuts
not
it a
very
lot, and the One Ring, you have to pay a mana to activate. I think. So.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Arena's the worst.
One tiny thing makes these cards like.
All right.
Dog shit.
This one's done. So Matt Wise.
Yeah, Matt Wise got it. We'll be back with round 3.
And honestly, his deck didn't work. I mean, what he did was play Ledger Shredder and a bunch of cheap artifacts to trigger Ledger Shredder.
And we saw Ledger Shredder beatdowns there.
Yeah, this reminds me of the first week that Ledger Shredder was a thing, and Isaiah's brother brought in that
the artifact.
Yeah, the 7 mana
Godfarrow's Gift.
Godfarrow's Gift deck. And it was just like Godfarrow's Gift, but like we never really saw Godfarrow's Gift in play. It was just like I play Ledger Shredder and then all these other cheap creatures that make Ledger Shredder bigger. And
Ledger Shredder's just a house. That's the takeaway, folks. All right, we'll be back in a minute with the next round. Stay tuned.